I've always wondered why the Titanic hasn't imploded like completely. Because the pressure is so high, basically it should like collapse on itself. Because the pressure is from all sides, so why is the Titanic still in one piece? Well, two pieces, but you know what I mean. Why isn't it like completely destroyed?
Just how
Like, it baffles me how we're living in the year 2021 and we still don't know everything about the ocean. I actually think about it quite
deep does
often.
the ocean go? If you took the
What kind of animals live at the bottom of the ocean? Because we don't really know. We can't go there and see. Of course, we could send robots, but they don't even survive down there. We can only like scan the ocean floor with sonar, but there are places where even the sonar doesn't go.
The highest point on land and submerged it, you would still have more than a mile between you and the deepest point in the oceans.
Yeah,
the oceans harbor 99% of all living space on Earth and have enough water to fill a bathtub that's 685 miles long on each side. For scale, here's a human, and here's a blue whale, the largest animal on Earth. Blue whales usually hunt at depths of around 330 feet within the well-lit zone of the ocean. Deeper down, at 700 feet, the U.S.
What? What? Okay. Nice way of stopping me doing what I'm doing. Okay. We're flex. Okay, let's continue.
USS Triton became the first submarine to circumnavigate the Earth in 1960. At 831 feet, we reached the deepest free dive in recorded history. Down here, the pressure is 26 times
831 feet. That's what in meters? Like 300 meters. 250 meters or so. Right? 831 feet. It's over 200 meters.
Surface, which would crush most human lungs.
Yeah.
But whales manage it, diving to a max depth of 1,640 feet where they hunt giant squid.
Yeah, where they fucking battle giant squids, which are, well, they are giants.
At 2,400 feet, we reach the danger zone for modern nuclear attack submarines. Any deeper, and the submarine's hull would implode.
Yeah.
2,722 feet down is where the tip of the world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa, would reach. A little farther, at 3,280 feet, we're deep enough that sunlight can't reach us. We've now entered the midnight zone. Many animals down here can't see, like these eyeless shrimp at 7,500 feet who thrive near scalding hot underwater volcanoes. At this depth, temperatures are just a few degrees above freezing, but the waters around hydrothermal vents can heat up to 800 degrees Fahrenheit. 9,008.
Imagine being outside a submarine boat and it's freezing cold and all of a sudden you're boiling. Surprise, motherfucker. You found a volcano.
816 feet.
Then you take 3 strides to the side and it's freezing again.
Is the deepest any mammal has been recorded swimming, the Cuvier-beaked whale. But not even the Cuvier-beaked whale could explore the RMS Titanic, which rests at a staggering depth of 12,500 feet. The pressure is now 378 times greater than at the surface. Yet you can still find sea life like the fangtooth, hagfish, and Dumbo octopus, the deepest living octopus on Earth.
What we know. I've always wondered why the Titanic hasn't imploded like completely. Because the pressure is so high, basically it should like collapse on itself. Because the pressure is from all sides, so why is the Titanic still in one piece? Well, two pieces, but you know what I mean. Why isn't it like completely destroyed?
At 20,000 feet is the HADAL zone, an area designated for the ocean's deepest trenches, like the Mariana Trench. If you tipped Mount Everest into the Mariana Trench, its summit would reach down to 29,029 feet. that still doesn't compare to the 2 deepest crewed missions in history. In 2012, director James Cameron descended to 35,000.
This is actually a fucking impressive feat by James Cameron. He's a fucking Hollywood director. And he decided to dive to 35 fucking thousand feet. Just as a hobby.
756 feet for the
Fucking
Deep
crazy.
Sea Challenger mission. But Cameron didn't quite break the record, which was set by oceanographer Jacques Piccard and Lieutenant Don Walsh in 1960.
What? This story is even crazier. Piccard and Walsh, which were the deepest dive ever. Their submarine started to break in that depth.
Descended to the lowest point on Earth, Challenger Deep, at a record 35,797 feet below the surface. Since then, scientists have sent half a dozen unmanned submarines.
Yeah, I remember it was like bolts and something were starting to get loose, and they had to race back to the surface, but they couldn't go straight up because they would have died. So they needed to do a little slope to gradually go through the pressure zones.
Submersibles to explore Challenger Deep, including Kaiko, which collected over 350 species off the seafloor between 1995 and 2003. But scientists estimate there are potentially thousands of marine species we have yet to discover. Humans have explored an estimated 5 to 10% of Earth's ocean.
Again, we're living in the year 2021 and we are only discovered 5 to 10% of Earth's oceans. Why? There could be a cure for cancer. Or there could be a new super virus. COVID 3.0. What we do know is like there's animals, when you bring them back to the surface, they will automatically die. Either from the pressure change or the sunlight. Because you have to remember that they haven't seen light ever. Because it doesn't work like that there because of the pressure and shit. So yeah, ocean is like one of the scariest things ever, and it's one of the most interesting things ever.